maybe she's just out of control, and maybe her blocking form needs some work.
In sports drills, we typically focus on internal aspects like technique and form. However, when we actually play, the focus shifts to external factors, like how we perform in the game. Sure, we still use internal drills for things like footwork and positioning to make sure those movements feel natural, but as we improve, we aim to make them second nature and stop overthinking. It's like learning the basics first.
Our officials, crew chief Angel Kent, referee Kevin Sparrick, and umpire is Jessica Walter.
And, I think make her mark on this unrivaled league. We're looking for her to do.
January 20th was a big night for the unrivaled 3x3 Women's Basketball League, marking the third round of regular season games in its inaugural season. The second game of the night featured Miss BC taking on LA's BC. After losing their first game of the year, Miss BC was determined to grab their first ever win in the league.
Sworn Labrams, if you've ever watched her play.
The consistency and her ability to do it, but she will get there.
During the game, Martin had several tough encounters with Carrington's defense. However, one particular moment stood out when Martin tried to make a layup during a fast break. As she went up for the shot, Connecticut Sun guard Djonai Carrington aggressively went for a chase-down block and struck Martin on the head. That intense play definitely caught the attention of...
Miss now 2 for 13 from the floor. As Martin up ahead! Djonai with the chase down! But she's caught for a foul. She had a chase down block in the first quarter of the opener.
KateMartin of the Golden State Valkyries and LA's BC kept up her strong performance in the 3x3 league. She finished the game with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals.
This need in order for them to close this gap.
This had a foul to give.
Later in the game, Carrington was called for another foul. This time, during a play on the perimeter, Carrington went for a steal, but missed badly, instead hitting Martin hard on the arm. The foul was called, and Martin looked shaken up for a few moments after the impact.
KateMartin is over here on the left side of the court, going up the court.
This now 2 for 13.
She gets the pass. Now, Djonai is running hard. Back it up just a little bit. She's running hard after Kate. And then there's the foul, knocking Kate to the floor hard, hits her head on the stanchion here. And it is called a foul. As you can see, the official's hand is up in the air. And Kate was down for a while and she was rubbing her nose. So she got hit in.
After the foul, Martin threw her arm up in frustration, clearly upset with Carrington's physical defense. Fans quickly took notice, and videos of the play started circulating online. One fan even compared Carrington's hit to the accidental eye poke from the Suns' defense during the 2024 WNBA playoffs on Caitlin Clark, commenting, "What a shot, lucky she didn't pull the eye poke move." Another fan posted a video of Martin's reaction, captioning it, "How often do you see Kate this visibly annoyed during a game?"
This need in order for them to close this gap.
This had a foul to give.
That was a brutal hit, almost like an assault, and fans didn't hold back in their reactions. Carrington has a well-known and controversial reputation for her tough defense, especially against Caitlin Clark, who happens to be Martin's best friend. One fan even pointed out, this is what they were hoping to do to...
You obviously made contact. She obviously hit the floor, so my guess is she could hear her bones hitting the floor, and if not, she certainly, I imagine, heard her when her head smacked against the stanchion. And we're not in an arena with 16,000 people where you can't hear anything hardly. So what troubles me, for lack of a better word, is her way of seemingly not caring at all. She turns, and I'll show this again. I'll start this again. She turns away from Kate, turns away almost before she even hits the ground, almost before Djonai hits the ground. Before as she jumped up in the air to block, almost before she hits the ground, she's already turning in the other direction. And I know some of you will say, well, then that's evidence that she meant to do it. To me, that's not necessarily evidence that she meant to do it. to me, that's evidence that
2 of 7F Carrington, like Martin, had trouble with her shooting in the game. Martin, the reigning WNBA Most Improved Player, ended up with 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and 1 block, shooting just 1 of 10 from the field and 0 of 3 from three-point range. Despite her struggles, Martin outperformed Carrington in nearly every area of the game. Although Martin had a slow start, having trouble finding her rhythm in the first half, she bounced back after halftime. She found her groove and made a strong impact on both ends of the court, helping her team secure the win.
The foul before the Thomas lay-in.
With help.
It's a starting trio that has veteran leadership and experience for Phil Handy.
Despite initial doubts, the Aces chose KateMartin with the 18th overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. She defied the odds, becoming one of only 2 second-round picks.
The outcome.
Glass of cab or Pinot wine or 2, and shopping. Now she did cardio and weights, but nothing with the basketball. And now with
shooting last year. With 2 minutes to go in the first, a 5-point lead. It's with the ball as Jackson slithers and stepped out of bounds.
Martin clearly isn't resting on her past success. She's putting in the work this offseason to keep improving her game. Despite her impressive achievements, including carving out a key role on the 2-time defending champions, Martin is determined to get even better and elevate her performance on the court. Her drive to grow shows she's not content with just reaching the top. She's aiming to stay there and keep pushing forward.
The dry spell continues, a 12-2 run for Laces. Carrington, drive it.
Out there with the Chicago Sky, finishing with the Las Vegas Aces. And Money Martin.
The opening weekend of the unrivaled league kicked off with a bang, and KateMartin's strong start only added to the excitement. Fans were thrilled, feeling validated by her performance, which lived up to all the hype. Martin's games brought plenty of intrigue and energy, showing everyone that the buzz around this new league was absolutely deserved. Her success early on proved that the unrivaled league is one to watch.
With the 18th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Las Vegas Aces select KateMartin, University of Iowa.
What a wonderful moment for KateMartin, a player considered the glue of these Iowa teams that have captivated so many people across the country. We saw Kate really elevate her game throughout this NCAA tournament, specifically Sweet 16.